these 5 elements, if you really take the time to focus and learn about these 5 elements, I guarantee your life is going to change. And I'm excited for you. The key elements in weight loss. The first thing is mindset. You have to have belief that you can get this done. Okay? If you are over 100 pounds, if you're trying to lose over 50 pounds, 100 pounds, I know that task can seem daunting, but you have to have belief in yourself that you're able to do so. You have to have something called a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. What's the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset? So a fixed mindset is having the belief that we are born with fixed abilities and fixed traits, meaning we are born a good basketball player, or we are born a good athlete, or we are born skilled, and there is nothing that we can do to change that. That is a fixed mindset, and it is more common than you think. The growth mindset, on the other hand, is the belief that no matter what the skill is, and no matter how far we are from proficiency, as long as we practice, properly, find the right mentorship, study and work and put effort, we can get better. That is the growth mindset. If you're trying to lose over 100 pounds, you have to believe that you can do it, because any other element will not get you there unless you believe. You can have the best workout program, you can have the best exercise program, you can have the best nutrition plan, you can have the best trainers, you can have the best nutritionists, you can watch all the motivational videos that you want, but if you truly do not believe that you can get it done, you are not going to get it done. Okay, so the first key element is having a growth mindset. Tons and tons of research coming out in regards to growth versus fixed mindset. It was led by a famous scientist or researcher, I don't know what, famous professor named Carol Dweck, and Andrew Huberman just did a wonderful podcast on the same topic. I will link it on my description if you guys are interested in that. That is the first key element in weight loss, in health transformation, or anything of that sort. You have to believe that you can do it. Now, the next thing is understanding nutrition, okay, and what it means to actually be full versus being nourished. All right, so many people out there, they focus on being full, just getting things in their belly, and they do not focus on what they're being filled with. For example, the people who eat bowls of sugar-filled cereal in the morning, all right, they're concerned with not going hungry for the rest of the day, so they're going to fill themselves up with some cereal. Or some of the people who they can't stand skipping a meal, or they can't stand that empty stomach feeling, so they're going to eat something to snack on. Versus somebody who's being nourished, who understands nutrition and who understands what kind of nutrients that our body needs. They're not just going to eat anything just for the sake of putting something into their stomachs. For example, I would much rather fast than eat sugar in the morning. I will not drink any sugary drinks. I will not eat any hash browns in the morning. I will not eat any sugary cereals in the morning. I will not eat croissants and bagels and turnovers and empanadas. I will not eat that stuff. I will not eat that. I would much rather just fast and wait until I have access to healthier foods. And now, what are those healthier foods? I try to concentrate on things that are natural, that are closer to nature, that are not ultra processed, meaning that they are as close to nature as I can get. If I can hunt, I would hunt. If I can gather, I would gather. But for now, I go to the grocery store and I look for the fresh produce. I look for the meat section. I look for the the fruits and vegetables. All right. I don't personally eat too many vegetables nowadays. I'm concentrating on meats and fruits and eggs and whole milk and whole butter, sour cream, things like that. I concentrate on things that are not filled with so much ingredients. One of the best habits for nutrition is learning how to, not learning how, but building up the habit of reading the nutrition facts, building the habit of reading the ingredient list so that we can actually look it up and see what these things are that we're actually putting into our mouths. So that's very, very important. Just because somebody is fed does not mean they are nourished. Just because somebody is not eating doesn't mean that they are in trouble. Okay, I'd much rather, like I said, I would much rather fast from a meal than eat something that I know is not good for me. The next thing is exercise. Everyone knows that exercise is important, but a lot of people view exercise as a punishment. And how can we blame them, right? If we go to a school, the chances are the students are being punished through exercise. For example, if somebody's late for practice, they're going to run laps. If somebody does something wrong, they're going to do some push-ups. The problem with that is that we are training the children, we are training ourselves, our future adults, to associate exercise with punishment. And that's how it's coming out. A lot of my students are lazy. A lot of them, they don't want to work out. They don't want to exercise. They complain when they're asked to do exercise. And, I used to be the same way. Okay, there's no secret. I've been obese all my life. I used to be the exact same way, especially in middle school. When my PE teacher would take us out for a run or a jog, I would just walk. I wouldn't even try. But one of the biggest life-changing shifts that I've done was shifting from or disliking exercise and viewing it as a punishment to building a healthy relationship with exercise and actually seeing and realizing the benefits that come along with exercise. Yes, you're going to lose weight. Yes, your clothes are going to fit better. Yes, you're going to feel more confident, but you're also going to be able to think clearer. That's the biggest benefit. That's one of the biggest benefits that exercise can do for a person. It helps them clear their minds. It releases good endorphins and it releases dopamine, hard-earned dopamine. Now, what did we talk about? We talked about mindset. We talked about nutrition. We talked about exercise. The next thing is community and environment. So if you're trying to build a new habit or get rid of an old habit, for example, if you're trying to quit alcohol and cigarettes and get on a healthier path, you want to surround yourself with people who are on that same path. It's going to be very, very difficult if you're trying to give up alcohol and give up cigarettes and give up fast foods and eat healthy if all the people around you are still consuming alcohol, are still smoking cigarettes, are still eating fast foods after a late night. If you surround yourself with people like that, it's going to be very hard to get on a healthier path. Now, as sad and as lonely as that may seem, you may have to distance yourself in the meantime so that you can really break the habit and take control of your actions and your choices. So, and then maybe come back to your friends. All right. I'm not saying to disown them, right? But, skip a few weeks of going to the club, skip a few months of going to the club, skip a few barbecues, skip a few drink outs. All right. It's important. There's nothing wrong with skipping a few hangouts to work on your health so you can eventually hang out with your friends even longer. All right, so community, environment, that's very important. If your environment is surrounded by drinkers and smokers and that is the habit that you are trying to change, you're going to have to find a different environment. The last thing I'm going to speak about is purpose. Finding purpose as to why you're exercising. A lot of people, they exercise for the gram, they exercise to post that before and after picture, they exercise to get revenge on their ex, whatever reason it is, right? Find a deep reason. Find a deep reason. All right? And what I mean is, if we are unhealthy, we won't be able to take care of anyone around us. We won't be able to do anything, right? Because we're going to be so concerned with our health. All right? If our blood sugar is off the charts every day, we're not going to feel good. If we can't even walk 10 to 15 feet without getting winded, or we can't even walk upstairs, or we can't carry groceries, how are we going to keep up with our children? How are we going to defend our wives? How are we going to defend ourselves? How are we going to defend our children? All right, so these are things that we should be talking about. Find a deep purpose as to why you exercise. Exercise so you won't be on a wheelchair when you get older. Exercise so you won't find yourself on dialysis when you get older. Exercise so that you can keep up with not only your children, but you can keep up with your grandchildren as well. Find a deep purpose that is not just at the surface level. Go deeper. Go deeper as to why you're exercising, okay? And that's going to keep you going. We can watch all the motivational videos there are in the world, all right? But motivation, it doesn't last. Motivation doesn't last. When your alarm clock is going off at 4 a.m, you won't feel so motivated. But that's where discipline kicks in. And how do people stay disciplined? They stay disciplined by their mindset. They stay disciplined because they made a promise to themselves that they do not want to break. They stay disciplined because they have a deeper purpose. They know that if they skip that day's workout, they're going to skip the next day's workout. And then it's going to end up 1 week. And then it's going to end up 1 month. And then next thing you know, you're 3 years and you haven't exercised. And it all starts from skipping that one exercise, or having that one donut, or having that one cheat meal. All of those things add up. Okay, we can either be building good momentum or bad momentum. I'd rather be building the good momentum. So these are the main elements that I learned throughout my weight loss journey. It's not gonna come fast. It's not gonna come easy, but we all know it's gonna be worth it. Having a growth mindset, learning the difference between being full and being nourished, developing a healthy relationship with exercise, finding the right community and cleaning up the environment around you, and finding a deeper purpose as to why you're trying to improve your life. These 5 elements, if you really take the time to focus and learn about these 5 elements, I guarantee your life is going to change, and I'm excited for you. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys found this video useful, please share it. If there's somebody that you care about and you feel that they can benefit from this video, share it with them. You know what I mean? If you found this video useful, if you found it valuable, if it made you think, if it made you have an epiphany, if this moved you in any way, and if you feel that somebody you love and somebody you know can benefit from this message, share it, like it. Don't forget to click subscribe and tune in for the next one. God bless you guys. Have a great day. And remember, healthy is wealthy. Os.